Hello there. Hello guys, you're very welcome back along. This is Alpha Omega Occasionally. And on this occasion, it's a follow-up video to that one, or that one, whatever side of the screen appears, I don't know. Could be there, but whatever it is, you see it there. It's about it's a follow-up to the school run, the video that I made about bringing my son to school. And a lot of you contributed, and too numerous to mention by name, but I said I'd follow up. The deal with health and safety in Thailand is it's very much your own responsibility. And basically, when I drive with my son in the car, he's not restrained, as you could see in that video. And it's not out of choice. It's just the way it is. His family, his immediate family, like my wife's, the in-laws, let's say, I can tell you, I'm not going to mention names or anything like that, but they all drink and drive, for example. Every single one of them, I wouldn't say, yeah, hang on. No, not every single one of them, but three of them out of five that I know. Hang on, is it three? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3 out of 6 individuals drink and drive. And I remember one day I was in a certain place, now again, not mentioning names, and a member of the extended family, let's say, was drinking whiskey in preparation. I won't say in preparation for, but just before they set off on a 50-kilometer drive from where they were to Bangkok. And they were drinking whiskey as if it was, they were setting out to drink for the night. In other words, they were drinking glass after glass. And there was 3 individuals involved, and they're all members of the extended family. And basically, I was asked, did I want to drink? And I said, no, because I'm driving. This is the truth. No, because I'm driving. And they said, in Thai, mai mi panha. They said, no problem. It's a mindset. Another aspect of what came out in that video about driving with my son being not restrained is the children that are taken to school here on motorcycles are taken to school on motorcycles with no helmets, but they wear face masks. Now, it's a fact. Children and adults here go around on motorcycles without helmets, but they wear their face masks. So it's a mentality. And you where's the logic? Where's the logic in that? There is no there is a logic, obviously, because they wouldn't do it unless they would. For them, it's logical. But for me or for you, it's illogical. Because the chances of getting some kind of infectious airborne disease through inhalation when you're on a motorcycle compared to the chances of getting a serious head injury as a result of being on a motorcycle, it's a no-brainer, really, isn't it? You wear a helmet, but they don't. They wear the face mask instead. So it's a mentality. And riding around with kids in the front seat of cars and the like, it's a mentality. And you can't get away from that. Or you can't change it. You're not going to change a culture. And this is not a defence. I'm not defending myself for putting Harry in the front seat of the car unrestrained. But it would be a battle, an absolute battle for me to get him to sit in the back seat with a seatbelt on. He'd have it off in seconds and he'd be in the front. It's happened before. It's happened time and time again. So he's been brought up. You see, it's exposure. He's been brought up in an environment like that. Let's say, for the want of a better word, when it comes to road safety, an almost reckless environment where people consume alcohol before they set out on a journey in their car, and they ride around on motorcycles with kids with face masks with no helmets. We would probably view that as reckless, but obviously they don't. It's a mindset. You wouldn't do something that's reckless on a daily basis, thinking that it's reckless. You might do the odd reckless thing from now and again, but not on a daily basis as a matter of course. But they do this are, when I say they do this, they drink and drive, and they have their kids on motorcycles without helmets. They do this as a matter of course, so therefore it's not reckless for them. So it's when we look at it as Westerners, we see this kind of behaviour as incredibly crazy. And one or two of you said that you wouldn't care what other people do. You would, as an individual, you would stand your ground and make sure your son was protected. Well, I do make sure my son is protected as much as I possibly can. But sitting in the front seat of the car is a cultural thing here. And it's very difficult to override the cultural influence that has affected the way he behaves. And that's the best way I can describe this. It's not. I was going to say defend this, and it's not a defence. It's I'm open to criticism on this. When I say criticism, negative criticism on this, absolutely. But when you're surrounded by a certain type of behaviour stroke mindset, you're not going to change that culture of the mindset stroke behaviour, because you're just not going to do it. So what can you do? And it's not a defence. I appreciate everyone's feedback on this. I endeavour to maintain a high level of security for my son. But when in the car, he has been exposed to this nonchalant kind of attitude towards road safety. And that's it. I mean, that's the way it is. This has been a follow-up video to the video. I felt I needed to say it, and it's important that you realise that Thailand is Thailand. Now, I know you know this. Thailand is Thailand, and they do things differently here. Was it Mark Twain who said it? I don't know if it was him or not. You correct me if it wasn't. The past is a foreign country. They do things differently there. Well, Thailand is a foreign country, and they do things differently here. Well, there you go, lads. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope, if you haven't done so already, you click that like button, click the share button, click the subscribe button. Do all those wonderful things, and I'll bring you back another wonderful video very soon. Thanks for joining me.